you click the smash mode and you queue up and your opponent picks Bayonetta! And then you're like, yep, I'm about to play a game that I love. Right? Are ya? Yeah, I bet you are, you little fucker. I bet you are. Alright. Alright, boys. Here we go. Let us resume our journey to Fortress City. PPA though. Always nice to get some extra PP. So right away, we're getting a rival fight. No grinding was necessary this time. My levels are good. I also have a Crobat to kill his Crowbile super easily. Let's do it. Yuki. Jun! ここでポケモン探してたのか? No, I didn't actually. I don't remember if what I caught here. If I did. どれくらい強くなったか試してやるよ。さあ、勝負だぜ。Battle. Yuki. Magu. Okay, alright. Probably not your best thing to send in, but it doesn't matter, because I can still win this. Oh, I'm hungry, chat. Oh my god, he's dead! Magma Goo, no! Betty Bo. What? Petty Bo. The fuck is a Pelipper? Petipa. I get it. What? Why would you even use that? Mamori this. He's got a water and a fire. So yeah, Rival 2 is obviously the hardest fight because you probably don't have anything that's too well equipped to handle the Grovyle, or the Marshtomp, or the Combuskin. But here you have something to handle everything, so you can kind of just shit on him. And I know it's last, which is just gonna get shit on by this guy. Crobatto. I wish I had more chip. I wish I had more time. Jumpitoru. Jumputoru. He's gone. Jukain. That's Sceptile. Sceptile is Jukain. But Jukain will not show up in this game because the rival does not have them. Kekko yoku nataron dana. Pretty good, right? それならどこでポケモン探しても大丈夫だな。これやるから使ってみろよ。Eden Machine 2。それを飛ぶ使えばSkybo? That's bow, right? Yeah. No, that isn't bow. Skyba. Ichiro itamata nara. Ichonde tonde kiro. Motomo Hiwamaki. So what? I don't know what Hiwama is, but ki is tree here, right? Hiwamaki no Jimubaji ga hitsuyo dakedo. Ja ore saki ni ikuyo. He's going on ahead. Yeah. Not you again. Ufufu yaro ne Jun-chan. Ima jitencha ni no torena to surechika tan dake dosa kimi ano torena ni katandaro. You won against him. Wakaru yo. I knew it. Yeah. Datte anoko makana kao shite tsugoi kuyashii so datta kara ne. Sore ni shite mo kimi to wa iro na tokoro de one au ne. Kono atoha. What are you saying to me? Hiwamaki jimu ni iku no naka. Wait, what? Jimu sen mo ken kitai shiteru yo. Ja mata 4 vowels in a row is not a sentence. Fuck! What are you saying, my guy? Deke. Katsuze he. Ore tachi hi. Katsuze e. What? This guy is speaking in fucking riddles. Oh, he's a guitarist. His name is Jimmy. Jimmy. I love the guitarist names. Raiboto. There's actually a very easy answer to this battle. I think the worst part about having a slow ground type and also a psychic type is that the most prominent Pokemon that you can use them against give them EVs for a stat they don't want. Now, not to say all ground types are slow and not all psychic types are special attackers, but most of those ones are. But it's like psychic is good against 2 types in the game. It's good against poison and it's good against fighting, and the majority of those types give you attack EVs, which a psychic type doesn't really want. So a psychic type wants EVs from things that it's not super effective against. Isn't that annoying? Isn't that really fucking annoying? Maketaze he asari hi maketasa e. He's singing, but I don't like him. Ninja boy. Well, I mean, I don't think Machoke's gonna do too great in this coming gym. Or the next gym after that, to be fair. But he will do really well against half of the Elite Four. Like, legitimately, he will do well against half of them. So will Rayquaza. Ha ha ha. Kage ni hisomiyami ni ikiru. Sore ga ore no sadame. Iza Pokemon Chobu. Okay. Lurking in the shadows, living in the shadows. What's the word for shadow? Hironobu. Hekanin. Kage is shadow. You know, I feel like I knew that. I do. Amenori. Oh. 31. What are you getting there? Toshin? 90-85? Is that takedown or slam? I'm pretty sure it's takedown, but I thought takedown had more than 85 accuracy. I mean, it sucks regardless. Alright. My ta. Mienai. Nani ka ga iru yo da. Fake trees. Ki o kakusunara mori no naka. He was pretending to be a tree. I got that much. Because he said ki o, so the verb was pretending most likely, right? Katsuharu. Katsuharu. Dogasu. Dogasu does this thing where he becomes explodey when he's losing. So, let's try to avoid that. I think maybe we try to avoid explodey. Dogasu. This is another one of those attack ups. When do I get my big guy? My big swamp guy. Hey. Yararaita. Yararaita. Alright. Jibun no suwamono de gozaru. Nah. Gozaru. Those are just pumig berries. I made it. Fortress Tree City. This is it. It only took 10 minutes. That's not bad, actually. Kind of cleaned up the battles. I can't go to the gym, but the gym, I'm pretty sure I can absolutely shit stomp the gym by clicking Spark with Raiboto. But before that, I do need to go, you can't run on these. Wow, even with the randomizer thing allowing me to run indoors, you cannot run on the 4-tree things. This town must be awful to live in the winter. Ah, there we go. That's that good music. Alright, bring it on. Streamer for Japanese games. I would like to ask you where in my busy schedule I was gonna do that. Atashi ga parasol o motteru Ryu Mfufu Antashi ni kateta oshiete agete mo ii kana? Alright. Yesterday when I was done streaming, I made thumbnails and I ate food. Mika. And then I drew Momiji's head. And honestly, the Momiji head probably would have been done sooner, but I got very distracted by watching Vinny do the secret theater. But like, you know, most of it was done. I just wasn't ready to like mark it as done. But it was pretty much done at that point. Meowless I did earlier, took a while because I kept messing with the proportions, because if you stare at something too long, you start to think like something's wrong, but there's probably nothing wrong, but you're hyper fixated and tunnel visioning, so you keep trying to correct things that don't need correction to make things seem better, but what you really need to do is stop looking at it for like 5 minutes and then be like, yeah, that's good. That's how that goes. I like the oh! Wow, that sucks. I liked the reference for the Alice, but I didn't like the cigarette because I don't like smoking, so I left that out. Which I guess leaves her mouth hanging agape. But the thing is, that one had cool lighting, and it had a very interesting method for the eyes to kind of make it vibrate-y. I don't know how to do that, so that was something that I didn't really try. Hoeruko. Crab battle? You want a crab battle? I'm gonna throw him. So the last one I have tonight I'm gonna do is a Marissa that's angled, it's angled, it's looking downwards, and it's like side view. It's like a backwards looking down view. It looks very hard. But the point is not so much to the complete head, it's just, well, I mean, sorry, let me try that again. The point is the complete head, but not really like the complete image, if that makes sense. Like, I'm constructing the head based on the reference, and then I'm building the reference onto my construction, and everything after that is kind of extra. I don't really know how to do construction for hair, but the construction for the face has been pretty solid. So it's the point of the exercise has been working, but obviously I'm trying to make the image still, you know, I'm still trying to make the image look good, because it's a matter of observation for hair as well to learn like that. Parasoru de Pokemon no kogeki wa no genai no ne. Smoking is cool in anime, I guess, but like, it depends, I suppose. I don't like smoking, so I would prefer if characters don't smoke. But I get that the image of a character smoking is a cool image, but smoking IRL is the opposite of cool, so I prefer to not, you know, have them smoke. It's just because smoking gives an image of someone who's like rough, who's tough. They carry a lighter, they pop a smoke, they got some grit. They're interesting characters, you know. They're cool. Cooler. Coolest. But smoking itself is sucky. Big suckish. Boku no Pokemon wa tsuyoi ze. Kimi no Pokemon wa dou kana? My Pokemon are strong. What kind of Pokemon you got? Stronger Pokemon than yours. Supasa. Supasa. Okay. Never heard that before. That is Chiruto. Wee. Yeah, so once I'm done that head, I'll be set. I'm gonna start the second video in the playlist, which is drawing the clavicle area, which is essentially the traps. The traps where the shoulders begin and the neck. So that'll help a lot for portraits as well, understanding that part of it. Kimi no Pokemon ho ga tsuyokata. Oh. Tsubasa means feather wing. Yeah, because I have wing attack. Oh, wait. I read his name as Supasa. Oops. Jun-chan. Ka hisashiburi. Dane. Thank you, KP, for the raid. Koko ni mienai. Can't see. Nanika ga iru yo ne. De 見えない何かに向かってこの道具を使うと Got it. Okay. Chikao. Oh, whoops, my fucking finger twitched. Oops. Jun-chan, kimi no Pokemon tatakao sho junbi wa dekite iru no kai. Your Pokemon fit for a battle. Yeah. So. Chad, I just noticed I can see the reflection on the water. I can see the Kecleon's reflection on the water. I never noticed that. Huh. It's kind of crazy. How about you move out of my fucking way, dude? What? Okay. What's that? It's the that's the Devon Scope o tsukatte. Yeah. Pokemon wa adoro nite osoi kakatteki ni. There he is. Kakereon. I saw him earlier in the game. In the Flannery's gym for some reason. Baba Booey. So yeah, I think the order of the videos in the playlist is like it's clavicle, then torsos, and arms, and then maybe hands. But basically all of the anatomy of the body is covered, and he does different angles for it. And he does fill them in, but I'm not really looking to fill them in, you know, especially for the faces. But like, I want to understand the construction and why he does the construction, and then try to apply it to a reference and figure it out like that. That's kind of my goal with it. Instead of just drawing what he's drawing, I'm taking his construction methods and learning from them. Naruhodo. Kimi no tatakai kata omoshiroi ne. Hajimete Muro de deota toki yori mo Pokemon mo sodateru shi. So da ne, kono Devon Scope wa kimi ni ageyo. Hokani mo tsukata o kakushite iru Pokemon wa iru kamo shirenai kara. Any more Pokemon I can't see. There's the Devon Scope. Shun-chan boku wa ganbatteru yo. Tore na to Pokemon ga tsukita kara kimi no koto ii to omou yo. Ja, mata dokugate o. Okay, bye. I don't think I mastered anything. I would never assume that, to be honest with you. The moment I assume I have mastered something means that as soon as I fuck it up, for the next time I fuck it up, it's gonna be even worse. Because I'm gonna assume that it was impossible for me to fuck it up. So I hold no, I hold absolutely no stock in my ability. Can I do it? I don't know, maybe. I can try. That's the best I can do. I can fucking try. Pain in my ass. I understand everything. And then you fuck up and you're like, wow, this sucks. I thought I understood it. That's what I thought. 3 days ago? 3 days ago, I drew something and it was bad and it made me sad and I went to bed. This is true. Nesuto Oru. Nothing makes me more tired than drawing something that makes me sad. Legitimately, it's almost magical. If I draw something and I hate it, it makes me so tired that I just go to bed. It's really interesting. Anyway, Scorched Slab is a place that exists for no real reason other than sunny day. I think the only thing in here is Zubats. But Heatran's in the remake because, well, why the fuck is it even here in the first place? Param pam pam param. Get this dickhead out of my way. Mo, bitch. Get out the way. Alright, so this is gonna be a gym that Sparky here cleans up. Let's do it. Hope I get a camera up soon. What is camera gonna be good for? Nothing. Now that I think about it. Huh. Camera up doesn't even do anything anymore. At this point, is like the fucking champion in the 8th gym is a water type. He can't even participate in that fight. So I guess you're getting the boot next, buddy. You did pretty well early on, but if we find some cooler Pokemon, you're getting booted next, because there's no purpose for you on the team. Machoke has an advantage against Sydney and Glacia. Not Phoebe, unless he gets something for that, but... Man. What about Crobat? Crobat clicks Wing Attack. He's integral to fighting Ludicolo. And then dying to an Ice Beam. Okay. Well, they do. It's usually better that when you're done. When you're done a piece, like, you kind of have to sleep on it before it's really done. Because you just tunnel vision it so hard. It's really annoying because nobody notices the mistakes more than you do because you're working on the thing the whole time. And one of the problems that is easy to run into, is, I forgot what I was gonna say. It's looking at your image not as a whole, but as the sum of its parts. So you're looking at your construction, and your construction is atrocious, and you're like, wow, this is horrible. But, like, construction isn't something that anybody even sees. The problem is that you assume that construction is supposed to look good because you see people who are showing construction who don't use construction very much because they don't have to anymore. So their construction's nice and pretty because they're practiced. Your construction is ass cheeks, but you have to do the construction because you don't understand how they're getting what they're getting. Nagi sama ga tatakawareru toki no ano ririshi aka okao omae nanka nya miserarenai ze. Okay. I've noticed that, like, when I start doing hair, Mizuaki. When I start doing hair, I'm feel fine. My construction is fine. I do feel my construction is fine. But then when I start doing hair, my hair feels like really, really wrong. Because you kind of start with the shape of the hair, but the reference you're looking at has all kinds of loose strands and line weight and shading. But you're just drawing, like, basically the contour of it. And it's weird because a lot of the shapes and hair are not that perfect. They're kind of awkward looking in a lot of places. But you don't really notice that in the final image. But then when you try to draw the shape, and hell, if you fucking trace the shape and you produce the shape on your canvas, you're like, that looks wrong. That looks like a stupid triangle. And it is a stupid triangle. It's all stupid triangles. Oh, ore de wa tomerare nakata. Hair. Kare na tori Pokemon no tatakai o misete yaruzo. Nagi-san no oshie o uketa atashi. So Nagi taught you things. So kantan ni taosarenai wa. Okay. You'll notice that, like, okay, I want you to look at this example here. Look at May's hair. And look at the shape of May's hair. And just look at it, like, in a vacuum. Look at the stupid ass looking shape that you get when you just take one of her ponytails out, or her pigtail, or whatever it is. And you look at that shape and you're like, when you look at the whole image, you're like, it looks, you know what it is, it's fine. And then you draw it and you're like, what the fuck did I just draw? Is it a poop log? I made a poop log. But, like, it works on the image. Right? It works on the image, but as soon as you add it to construction and you build with it, it looks wrong. And it's really annoying that everything you do looks wrong because it doesn't suddenly look right because you're too focused thinking about how it looks fucking wrong. It's annoying. This guy's name is Eiji and Mimiko. It's honestly surprising how many things... It is surprising how many things are, like, shapes that aren't perfect and are kind of stupid. Really, they're kind of stupid. But on the whole image, when you're only looking at the whole image and you have no understanding of how it got to that point, oh, that's not good. You don't have any idea how it got to that point, but like, it looks fine on the final image, but as soon as you try to replicate it, it looks like shit, because to you, there's no way it's right, because how could it possibly be right? It doesn't make any sense for it to be right. But then, like I said, you could literally trace the part on the body and then compare it to yours, and it will not look that different. But just in a vacuum, it does look weird. It looks very weird. I'm tired. Go. Whoever comes out next is dead to my fat ass. Come on. Don't send out a Skarmory. No way. Another one? Speedo Star! Okay, we're just gonna max sleep turn, and we're gonna miss rollout. Oh, we didn't miss! Wait. Huerco. Oh. Huerco is winning. Don't be a Skarmory. Fucking 3 of them? You got 3 of them. Midari. I'm not trying to get faster at drawing right now. Holy shit. Okay, well, we're just clean the fucking field. I'm not trying to get faster because trying to speed it up undermines understanding the construction at the moment and the observation process. Though if you've reached a point where you're doing, like, if you're doing, what do you call it? Where's Mizuhado? Finally woke up. Where you're doing stuff from, like, memory and stuff like that. Okay. Good one, dumbass. Toropios. I don't really think I have a good move for this, but I'm gonna switch here into my flying type. Tropius, as cool as it looks, is not a very good Pokemon. This is another example of something where if you look at Tropius and you see its big-ass stupid neck and you're like, oh, I'll draw Tropius, and you draw the big-ass stupid neck and you're like, what? That doesn't make any sense. But it makes sense on the grand scheme of the image. You draw the circle, you draw the line, you draw the other line, you make the eye shape, you draw the jawline, you make the other shape, you make the other shape, you make the other shape, and voila, you've constructed nothing. Now, with that nothing, produce something. That's the problem. I don't know how to produce anything. How do I do it? Kimi tsuyoi nda na taosare chatta. Wa cha cha cha. Wa cha cha cha. Wa-cha-cha. I must drink more water. The thing about my construction that is a little special, it's not even my construction, you can look up the videos yourself. Akihito Toyami is the eye sockets that he adds are smaller because his eyes are more realistic. But when you're doing anime eyes are definitely larger. So a big thing there is to keep in mind is that if you're going to do the construction, you need to compensate. you need to compensate a little bit for the size of the anime eye, and thankfully it's not that bad. Remember, construction isn't something you have to adhere to like it's law, but it's a good guideline, and it tells you where the position of the eyes are. So then you just need to figure out the size and the distance, and I have a problem with distance. I feel like no matter how much I try to space my eyes apart, they always end up being closer to each other than not. Because when I look at anime sometimes, the eyes are very spread out, and it gives them like wide-eyed syndrome, and I like instinctively make my eye gap smaller, and then it's like not wrong, like we're not going cross-eyed, but I always feel like if the gap between the eyes is too wide, it's on the side of their fucking heads, so my eyes always just kind of like involuntarily end up closer to each other. And maybe it's because of the head size as well. I don't know. It's something that happens with whenever I do something. Jimuri da no Nagi-san no te o wazura wasaru made mo nai. Kimi no aite wa ore de chobun. You will not reach the gym leader. I'll take you down this battle. Tori Pokemon o aitsuro mono wa kono jimu o mokuhyo to chiteiru. I don't know what mokuhyo is. Hiwamaki jimu no ichin toshite makeru wake ni wa ikanai nda. Okay. Yeah, there's a big difference with eye size and shape. That like some characters have big eyes and some characters have small eyes. It's Teru. Wait, what? Teruo, and Jota. But like specifically the construction of the heads. The construction of the heads uses a smaller eye frame, but you can still use that smaller eye, like realistic eye range for anime, because the eyes are still going in the same spot, right? Eyes are still going in the eye socket. It's just a matter of expanding the eye socket a little bit, but you can still follow your guidelines. And for the images that I posted, I keep the guidelines at a 50% view, so you can see my guidelines under the head. And my guidelines under the head, they don't match up perfectly, but that's because they get moved around after the fact. I do everything to the guidelines pretty closely, and then if it's a little off or I feel like I need to adjust it, I move things around. And as a result, things stray a bit, but things don't stray that far from the guidelines, and that's kind of the important thing to remember. Is that, like, I have guidelines for positioning, and sometimes the positioning of the face is a little different from them, but it's not, like, so far different that it feels like your guideline was completely wrong, you know? It's not like I'm putting a mark for the nose on, like, the left cheek, and it's like, oh, that's not where the nose goes. Like, that obviously is not where the nose goes. I know that. Everybody knows that. But sometimes you'll put, like, because another thing as well, and this is where it usually gets messy, is when your head is angled up or down. Because you'll notice with anime that when characters look up or look down, it's actually less that the head is changing shape. It's more so that the expression on the face is adjusting to the angle. I know that sounds kind of weird to say. Nagi-san makemashita. Ore ni ha ni ga omotsugitaka. Okay. I forgot my words. What was I saying? Hiko type. Hiko type te. Temo. Iron na Pokemon ga iron daze. Omae sore wa kataro. You said a certain type. A certain type. You didn't say ground. A certain type with flying types. You understand that? I don't know what I understand though. Se. So that's Seichi. Seichi. Okay. Yeah, but guidelines. So specifically like when you have an upward angled head, like a head that's looking up, if you kind of look closely at the image itself, you'll probably notice that the head itself is basically a 3/4 angled head in proper-ish position. But then you'll see that the face is orientated in a way to give the illusion that it's doing that. So the mouth, the nose, and the eyes position is different than what you would expect because the placement of those is relative to the angle. And obviously with construction, you can find that ahead of time and place them. But there's a difference, like, there's a difference between a front-facing and one that's looking up, right? You'll find that, like, the chin will shrink. The chin will shrink, and the mouth and the nose, like, all those features will kind of scrunch closer to the top of the face. And it feels kind of weird to put them like that, but it's because the angle. Because 2D, baby. Because 2D image. Nakanaka wa kataro na. It's all death. It's all death. It's all pain. It's all pain. Pain is all I am. Pain is all I'll ever be. Pain is all I feel. Pain! Alright. This should be an easy fight, because I can probably just smack her up with Spark. Except the Altaria, which I will have to figure out how to beat that one up without Spark. But everything else should be okay. She has a shiny Swellow in the anime. No, but I watched The Secret Theater yesterday, and they were very funny. The remake had new secret theaters, and one of them was just Snake getting his medals and pinned on his bare chest. It was great. Another one is the fucking... the Granin comes back from the dead and fucks everybody up. And they just reuse his lines, and it's so stupid. It's so stupid. The CIA director. Oh, wrong way. I got it. I got it. Alright, you don't leave it, Altaria, so that's fine. Okay. You're drawing a figurine or something? Figurines are pretty good for that because they are three-dimensional. 2D images that you draw are trying to mimic 3D, but a figurine is like actually a 3D thing. Watashi wa kono hiwamaki jimuda jimu de rida o shiteru yo Nagi. Tori Pokemon to kokoro o kayowashi isho ni ozore mai. Donna kuroshi shobu mo yuka ni katte miseru. Sa watashi to Pokemon ga orinasu kare na mae o misemashou. Okay. Jimuri da Nagi ga. That's your lead? That's kind of embarrassing. If I don't kill you, that's even more embarrassing. Okay. Don't sing. Don't sing. Oh, it used mirror move. Well, you're gonna use a potion, which is nice. Well, figurines are anime in 3D, but the thing about drawing is that everything's 2D, but you have to design it in a way that makes it look 3D. So you have to do a bunch of bullshit, and I hate it. Sometimes I hate it, but I don't want a 3D model, because that sounds like ass. Chiru Taritsu. Chiru Tarisu? You're really going to the Altaria now? Really? Fuck, okay. I don't know how you make models. I got no idea. 3D stuff is hard. I like the 2D stuff a little more personally. But 3D stuff is good for game design. That said, there's plenty of popularity for 2D stuff. Rivals is a good example. Rivals is all 2D animation, and it's great. Ryu no Mari. That's Dragon Dance. To be honest, I'm not sure what you get from a Dragon Dance. Well, you're gonna show me, aren't you? If I had an ice move, I would hit you with it. This is a little concerning. Tsubame Kaishi. Tsubame Kaishi. It half killed me. Okay. If you hit yourself in confusion, it'll do a pretty decent amount of damage. Remember, this thing's a dragon type. So here we bank on... Here's where we bank on him hitting himself and me hitting rollout. Come on. Oh, no. Okay, you need to hit yourself next turn. You need to hit yourself this turn. Come on. Finally. My turn. That's not gonna kill, is it? Oh, it did! We got him. Toro Pias. Oh, fuck. Oh, my best answer for Tropius was you. Okay, well, I guess Numo gets something in here. I could stay in and get the rollout, but it's neutral and it's gonna miss anyway. This one might actually be a problem because I let Crobat die, but I don't have much of a choice. You're doing Solar Beam? I might die to that. Solar Beam move. Oh, good job. Good job, you little idiot bastard. Good job, you little idiot bastard. Yaketo. He has to, wait, he has to commit to the solar beam, chat. He can't heal. He's dead to burn because he can't heal this turn because he's stuck in the charge turn. So Machoke can just tank this and actually get some EXP instead of it just being nobody's EXP. Because Machoke doesn't do anything in this fight because the only Pokemon left, I believe, is Skarmory, Erudo, and something else. Yeah, there he is. Eamudo. And this is a pretty easy kill for Raiboto. I don't remember what the last is. It's probably an Ozbasa, right? Good thing Steel doesn't resist this type. Nice. Double nice. How about a triple nice? Triple nice. Oh my god. Cheater! Insane. Insane cheat. Quick attack might not even kill. That's the crazy part there. Alright, good level. That little fucker is doing it. Beripa. Oh, you're so dead. Oh, it's over for you. It's over for you. Hiya! You had no chance. Cleaned up. Watashi yori kawai kare ni Pokemon o tatakawaseru hito hajimete deaimashita. Sono jitsuryuku o mitome kono jimu badge o owatashi shimasu. Easy. Nagi kara. There's the Fueza badge. Fueza feather. Fueza badge. It's hito kara mochite Pokemon demo reburu 70までのポケモンなら言うこと素直に聞いてくれます。秘伝技の空飛ぶを使えるとようにもなります。そしてこれをあなたにプレゼントします。That's Aerial Ace. 技マシン40の中身なツバメ返し。Yep. その素早さ。どんなポケモンでも避けることはできないでしょう。Yeah, it's not a bad move to have. But the thing is, it has the same power as Wing Attack. If I'm right, it has 60 base power, which is Wing Attacks. Yes. Yes, it is. So it's not stronger than Wing Attack. There's no reason to replace Wing Attack. Which sounds really weird. I know. But it is. Alright. We're on the road to Lily Cove City. What's it called? Probably not Lily Cove, if I'm being honest with you. It's probably called something a little less interesting. Based on my opinion on Lily. Speaking of that, I do have the Lily fossil, but like, you know. No point. There's no point. There's no point. Alright, ready? Let's begin our long journey to Lily Cove. Yeah. So yeah, I could have just not fought Winona. I guess Nagi. But then I wouldn't have access to fly. Which is really annoying, if you can imagine why that would be annoying. You get 10 points. Why in God's name would it be annoying if I had to walk all the fucking way back? Ain't that something? You want a battle? それを飛んだりをポケモンにダメしを与えろ技を持ってる You a guitarist? You're probably a guitarist. No. You're a bird. Morikazu. Morikazu. Chiamami. Damage. Damage. Oh. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Alright, turn it into a big, beautiful ball. A BBB. That did no damage. So chat, last night I watched a video on Yugi and Jaden's deck. Nay. Nete? The fuck is Nete? Oh. Yeah, that checks out. You missed. That's fine. Tsutsuku. That's fine. No, I watched a video on, like, how Jaden's deck makes no sense. And how he has the elemental heroes, and he has spell support for the elemental heroes, but each individual hero has multiple spell onlys, but he only has one copy of each hero in his deck. And then as the series goes on, he gets Neospatians that don't blend well with elemental heroes, but he still keeps winning anyway. That's Jiroi Kiri. It's Mist, I believe. We don't need Mist. We don't need Mist. Could use Blizzard. Where do I buy Blizzard in this fucking game? Oops. Oh. Now, I know that one of these trainers... has Thunder. They're literally camping in this area so they can spam Thunder. So, I'm just gonna fuck them up. Let's fuck them up. Die. Kimi no temochi Pokemon ironna taipu ga sorotte iru ka? Atashi to Pokemon to Parusoru dore ka hitotsu kakete itemo tsukushisa ga sokonawareronda wa. I hate the letter R, dude. We got Kazuhiro, I think. Kazuhiro, yep. And Ukie. Ukie? That's a fucking name, alright. There it is. Yeah, that's the one. Raiboto. And Poarun. He's not gonna be the right type. That was almost a good call. Will Mudshot kill? I don't care if Mudshot kills. Oh, you didn't even use Thunder, idiot. My problem is that there's numerous amounts of like words that just have a stretch of the R syllable in them, where it's just like Raru Reru, and it's just like this doesn't even sound real anymore. All right, not a bad hit, and now we finish the job. You wanna fight me? Vita Benji. Go ahead. Oh, wrong target. Ow. That could help. Castform's not a very good Pokemon. To be honest, I don't know if Castform has a shiny form. I don't know if Castform has a shiny form for its transformations. But it doesn't have a transformation for Sandstorm. It's got one for Hail. Hail was introduced in Gen 3, but they didn't give him one for Sandstorm. Weather Ball is affected by Sandstorm. I used Tackle. Wow, that was an accident. I thought I was picking Machoke's move, I guess, because I tried a Karate Chop. Alright. Good level, citizen. Good level. Kimi no kodari misete moratta yo. Utsukushisa ga dainashi ni nachatta wa. That could mean anything. That could mean anything. Alright, we got our next battle. And we're going with these lads. Or, actually, I think the majority of my team is female. No, actually, it's even split. I just kind of assumed they were all female. Maybe they were at some point. Alright. Here we go. Battle! Boku tachi ninja ga goko no kakure muno? It's Muno. Yeah, Muno. Doko ni iro no ka wakaranai katta daro. Yosomi shiteru to ke ga tsuro yo. Kega is I don't know what Kega is actually. Is that belt? Tadahiro and what's that one? Fuko. You ruined their beauty. Oh. This is actually a preferable matchup. Dainashi is to ruin, to spoil. All I did was exist. She was just staring at a fucking tree, man. I didn't think it was that serious. Asanan down. What's that guy's name again? His name is Tsuchinin. Tsuchinoko. Maku no Shita. You're dead. You're not dead. Wow. Dogasu. Okay, alright. Dogasu. It's honestly astounding how far I have gotten in this game with just wing attack. That's it. That's Crobat's best move, is wing attack. When do I get Sludge Bomb? Maketa kakure na no de kakureru ka? Itai me ni atta no wa atashi no hou ka. Genki no kara kakera. Hold on. Sore o tobu. Only one guy can do that. Well, I mean, I don't need Astonish. I don't need Astonish anymore. So we're gonna get rid of Astonish. So now I have Fly and Wing Attack, just in case. Fly me to the moon. Except I don't like that song. I actually really don't like that song. And I have a feeling that part of the reason is Bayonetta. because anything attributed to Bayonetta kind of leaves a sour taste in my mouth at this point in my life. But even then, I never really thought the song was that great. I never really liked it that much. But specifically, the Bayonetta version pisses me off. So, you know. Itai mi ni ao. To get in trouble, go through a bitter experience, and get hurt. Ah. Well, itai, I understand that one. That means ouch. That's the ouchie noise that they say when they ouchie. Oh. Huh. Now, Chad, I know what you're thinking, but, like, I'm not going to use this because it sucks. It's a cool Pokemon, its catch rate is not going to be fun, and I'm not going to use it because it doesn't learn anything that's usable. That guy right there, though, that's a teammate worth considering. Never did find that Leaf Stone, did I? I did not. No, I did not. Alright, back to the rice fields, motherfucker. Ain't it magical? Ain't it magical? Oh no! Pokemon ni wa ironna tokusei ga aru sore o kangae kose. Ichiryu no torena ni nareru no yo. Understood, Captain. Are you the one with the thunder spamming electric? Yeah. Yaiko. Yami. That's Yami. Yami Rami. Yami Rami. This Pokemon is so fucking bad. Mikiri. Great. They made it bad because it had no weaknesses. And then they gave it a Mega Evolution, and it was no longer bad. That's kind of impressive, isn't it? They gave Mawile a Mega Evolution first, and that made it so good it got banned. And then Sableye got a Mega Evolution, and that made it so good it got banned. It's kind of justice, you know? Sableye and Mawile are awful Pokemon, but their Mega Evolutions were so strong that they got banned in competitive play. And that's gotta count for something. He's a little hobgoblin, a Jersey Devil. Nakanaka kangai tero no ne. Perhaps. Oh, get out of the grass, dickweed. I don't want to battle anybody. Mighty Anna. You know the Beheeyem and Elgum from Gen 5? You probably don't remember them because they're some of the most forgettable Pokemon ever created. But they're based on alien encounters. In fact, I'm pretty sure their names in English are supposed to be spelled out acronyms to mean different types of alien. That's grass. One battle. Anata no tairyoku do? You strong? Tairyoku busoku doto. To iza to iotoki komaru wa yo. Little green men and bug-eyed alien. Elgum and Beheeyem, yeah. That's kind of cool, isn't it? That's the only thing that's cool about that Pokemon. Serena. It's a sad story. Genuinely though, like their stats aren't that impressive, and their move pool is not anything that nothing else can really do. It kind of reminds me of Dugong in a way. Dugong is one of those Pokemon that it's really hard not to compare Dugong to Lapras. And Lapras is better in literally every way. I don't think there's a single thing that Dugong can do that is good that Lapras can't. In fact, the only thing I know for sure that Dugong can do that Lapras can't is learn Aqua Ring, but Aqua Ring is not good. Aqua Ring is not a good move. It's, you set up a healing, a passive healing for 1/16. Ingrain's not very good either, but Ingrain is good for the wrong reasons. Ingrain was good because it meant you couldn't be forced out, which meant you could no longer be roared or whirlwinded from a bat and fast strategy. Konohana. In this rain route, I can't do much, but I can karate chop this guy. Dugong is a seal, it wins. Dugong is a Dugong. I don't know if you knew this. Seal is a seal, Dugong is a Dugong. Lapras is the Loch Ness Monster. It's kind of an open and closed battle, don't you think? Dugong's stats are basically the same. The same role fulfilling, but like Lapras' stats are better for it. Tairyoku dake wa atta ni. Alright. It doesn't look like a Dugong, that's just malarkey. It's literally its name, my guy. The Pokemon are called Seal and Dugong. So, it's Seal and Dugong. Does that not just make sense to you? Why must you complicate this process? Why must you be in denial? I can't sit here and explain this to you. I don't even know what a Dugong is. What's Dugong's Japanese name? What's Seal's Japanese name? Is it just Seal? I hope it's just Seal. Man, poor Seal. Poor Dugong. Dugong, the only thing Dugong has going for it is that it lives in a strange amount of infamy with its immortal rest set against fighting types that cannot kill it. So, yeah. That's not saying much, but Dugong does have that over Lapras. But Lapras has anime appearances, Ash's Pokemon, Special Union Cave encounter, all kinds of things Lapras has. What's Dugong got? In red, blue, and I guess green, it will click rest with infinite PP. So if you can't out DPS the rest, you just can't progress the fight until you struggle and die. And if you click rage, then the fight never ends. You're screwed. You lose, loser. In yellow, they gave that move PP. Kimi no Pokemon so nan shinai ka mite akeo. Seal is Powwow. That's great. That's a great name. A little powwow. Your name is Junsaku. Oh. Tanebo. Tanebo. Can't use my fire type in the water route. Even if it's against the grass type. Katakunaru. Okay. Derived from the sound of a seal's barking. Powwow. Sounds good. You ever see that emote of the seal arriving? That's a pretty good emote. Konohana. The seal arrives. It just flaps. Seals like move on land funny. They move on land kind of funny. But then I've never actually seen a seal swim. Well, that was a fucking sentence, wasn't it? Fake out. Onamashi. No inner focus, I have guts. Growth? Okay. Cha! He's dead. You ever see a walrus? First time I ever saw a walrus, sombrero. First time I ever saw a walrus was in Pingu. I watched the Pingu show, and then the walrus appeared in the dream, and it was very scary looking. Walruses look like the evolved form of a seal, so the fact that Celio evolves into Walray makes perfect sense to me. Because it feels like the next step in seal evolution is to grow giant tusks and become fat and a killing machine. I don't know where walruses stand on the food chain, but I assume they're somewhere at the top. Does anything actually eat walrus besides humans? Sonna ni tsuyoi Pokemon to ichō nara Sonna no osore wa nai na. Like, I don't know much about Arctic life, to be honest with you. I just assume that walruses are top of the food chain, in a sense, where nothing fucks with them, and they eat what they want. Polar bears eat them. Okay, but have you seen a polar bear? Like, do you know how big polar bears are? They're like, when they stand up, they can get like 10 feet tall. They kill people for fun. Like, the polar bears aren't fucking hunting them because they want to eat. They're hunting them because they're assholes. There's no other explanation. Polar bears are huge. I didn't mean to do this. Chobu Tsuru. Want a battle? Sure. No choice. Humans' only natural predator. Legitimately, I think polar bears are the only thing that actively target humans. Aside from, like, actually starving animals or animals that have mikyo. Have a taste for blood. Oh, look at that. What's that guy's name? His name is Ame Tama. Crush him. There's stories of wild animals that they're basically pushed to the brink and they have no choice but to eat something to survive, and they get a taste for human meat, and then that becomes their main source of prey. They start hunting humans. I remember I watched a video on like the top 10 most dangerous animals in the world, and it's just animals that had massive kill counts that were just hunting people because they were injured or they were dying and they had to survive, and the only thing they could get their hands on, I suppose, was human meat, and that just became their primary source of nutrition at that point. Those motherfuckers got big and scary. It was like a lion that killed like 400 people on a roadway or something. And the crazy thing is that the same guy killed like 4 of them. The same renowned hunter who set out to kill them killed at least like 4 of them. Motherfucker's a legend himself. He killed 4 of them. It might not have been 400. That might have been an exaggeration. But I remember specifically it was some kind of roadway. I think it was in Kenya. They were building some kind of roadway or something, and they had to stop construction because people wouldn't go fucking work because the fucking lion would hunt them on the grounds and then just kill them and eat them. And for some reason they just couldn't defeat a lion. They didn't have one of every Pokemon. They could not defeat one single lion. But yeah, this was a very dangerous creature. And for some reason, most of them are from like Africa, and the people there have absolutely no means of fucking defense against animals or something, because man, they got away with a lot of kills. The lion has to be battle hardened. Every time one of these creatures survives an encounter, they get stronger. They improve. It's kind of crazy. Pokemon no ugoki o tori irete atarashi. It's new, right? Nimpo o omidanda. It's got new ninja arts. No, there was a cool video on it that I don't remember, like, at all. This guy's name is Tetsuji. Dogas. Wow. Naminori. Most of them... I do think it's actually pretty interesting to see how kind of... Because it's weird to think about sometimes, but we as people are... Tekaninya. We as people are part of the animal kingdom. We just believe ourselves to be better than everything in the animal kingdom. So, like, but we are... It's funny because there are so many animals that think of us as insignificant, or they don't care about us, or we're just fair game. But we have guns. We have means to fight back. But hippos don't care. Hippos scare me, because hippos will also just kill you for fun. Those motherfuckers just exist, and they're like, oh, you're too close, die, and then you just die. Atarashi nimpo kansei made mada mada kakariso da. And the animal does not comprehend, does not fully comprehend a gun until they get hit by it, and then they understand it is the danger stick. But an animal also doesn't comprehend Baja Blast, so come on. Do you think if you gave a lion Baja Blast, it would just, like, accelerate? Or do you think you would poison it? Nandan da ne kimi wa moshikashite hi o tosuru to o aru kamoshirenai toriwareru Kodai no iseki o sagashite shi ni kita no ka ne? Keiichi. Animals learn. Animals aren't stupid. Animals learn. I saw a post before about there was this area where, like, a dock. It was like a dock, right? And it was bears. It was a bear area, and the bears learned that the humans use the dock, and the humans will give you food if you go there. So it turned into the bears sit on the dock, and you have to feed them to make them go away. So that's the point where you get on the boat and you get the boomstick and you turn into, because you can't be paying fucking boarding tax to a bear. Come on. You can't be doing that. So I even saw a picture. There were 3 fucking bears sitting on a dock with a boat there, and they're just waiting. They're not attacking. They're just waiting because they know that people will give them food. And that's just what they do. So at that point, either you just, like, how do you solve that problem? How do you solve that problem? You get the boat as far away as possible, and you get a trained sniper, because bears can swim. So if you get that boat too close, they're gonna jump in the water, they're gonna break your boat, and then it's you against whatever bear you didn't shoot in open water. That's a nightmare situation. Maitane Kiryu Kirya. Why the fuck is there a Kecleon behind this? That's so random. Whatever. Move on. Next location. Mighty Anna. There are a lot of animals that are better swimmers than humans. Great. I can't imagine what a bear looks like swimming. Bears just scare me, dude. Because when I think about the strength of a bear and like the sharpness of a bear's claws, if a bear took a swipe at you, they wouldn't hit you away. They would just remove whatever was in the way. I don't like that idea. Like, a bear's not gonna smack you and you go flying. A bear's gonna smack you and now you are missing heaps of whatever the fuck it took a swipe at. Heaps of it. It's gone. Give it back. I need that to live. I'm just glad that I will never see a polar bear in real life. Ever in my life. I will never see one. Yo no naka ni wa fushigi na chikara ga ippai aru no. Ima nimotsu ga ippai nande tsukedo konna choutai de tatakaete to? Okiru to mania mikoto and concho mania. Okiru to Kensuke. Guy's name is a 3. Yomawaru. Yomawaru? Oh, cool. It's like almost Yomawari. Alright, let's just double surf. Well, that didn't do very much. Huh! That did even less. Tsukino Hikari. I'm the big bear. He's the big bear. Oyashi. Ayashi. Suspicious light. Okay. You can click that if you want. You did. Don't tell me you had another one. Oh, you do. You do. There's a girl with bear trap hands. This guy's name is Kagebozu. Oh, like Taro Bozu, but like shadow Kagebozu. Cool. Well, there he goes. Alright, protect against this, jackass. Namonori. It's gonna do more now because it's not getting split damage. Psycho Sen. Just keep clicking surf. Fantastic. Agehanto. Click, click, click. Click, click, click. You didn't stand a chance, boy. Atashi maketa no ne. Soryu makemasu yo. Ryu tega futsaka terondamon. Excelente. Oh. Makusuapu. Makusuapu. You want this? Here, you can have it. Now you're quick. Now I have this. Alright. Oh. Tired of this creature. Chat, I'm hungry. Oh. It's time to wrap up. Time to wrap up. Because I want to get some food. And I want time to draw this Marissa head. Ugh. We're almost to Lily Cove. There's one stretch of road left, but there's too many trainers that are required to get through right now, and I don't want to do it. I want to go eat food. I still have to wait for my food anyway. Alright. Oi, oi, oi. Well, we got 6 badges, chat. The end of the game is upon us. We will finish this game before the end of the year. It's exciting, isn't it? But that's it for now for Emerald. Next time we're getting to Lily Cove. And I don't remember what to do after that. But we'll figure it out when we get there.